welcome back to the start of a new video. If you guys are new here, my name is Nisha. If you're a returning subby, thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, you're going to see me get ready and do this look here that I did the other day, and I actually took some photos, and I just kind of want to talk to you guys and kind of, play some catch up. So if that is something that you guys are interested in, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up. I feel like I haven't said that in forever, and let's get started. So first things first, I did my eyebrows already. I did them off camera because those are a little bit harder to do as you film. But I do have a couple of tutorials in my video if you guys are interested. I don't do anything special, I feel like. I really just use 2 pencils and they've gone through, so don't judge me. But anyway, so I use a black and a brown pencil, and then I use the front brush or spoolie to kind of blend it in. So I wanted to talk to you guys about a few topics. One, I want to talk to you guys about imposter syndrome. I want to talk to you guys about a topic that I saw on TikTok that I thought was very interesting, and I wanted to hear you guys' perspective. It was a silky mom versus a scrunchy mom. And then lastly, I kind of wanted to just go over, some questions that you guys had asked me. A lot of people wanted to know why I decided to not share the journey of baby number 3. I kind of just announced it at the end. So yeah, we're going to dive into all of those topics. If that is something that you guys are interested in, let's get started, like I said. So I don't want to have this like right here. I kind of want to have it here. So if it does look like I'm looking somewhere else, I'm looking at my mirror. I wish I had a little thing where I can kind of like put it up, where I could like, I could use this. Well, this mirror is one of those zoom in mirrors. Yeah, this may get me right. And then I am filming in natural light, so I am sorry in advance. All right, so let's hop into it. So when I did this look last week, I filmed it like I said, but when I played it back, it kind of looked a little weird. So I am, as you guys know, I've been in, I would say, content creation for a little over 5 years now. I started this channel in November 2019, but I had another YouTube channel that I started in 2016. So I've been like doing it 6 or 7 years now. However, I feel like when I'm consistent, something happens where I kind of like talk myself out of it. And each time, like, I'll get this like burst of energy and I'm like, come on, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And then I'll see someone else's content and I kind of compare myself to I feel like where other people are. And then I stop. I get discouraged or I feel like the imposter syndrome where I'm just like, do I really deserve this? Like, or I'll tell myself like those type of things don't happen to girls like me who are, regular girls. I am a frugal person. Sometimes I feel basic compared to like some of the other people that I watch. And I have my husband always in my ear who's, oh my God, like a savior. And sometimes I agree. And then sometimes I kind of just be like, maybe he's just saying that because he's my husband. But he's always encouraging me to like, keep going and stuff of that nature. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. Like the worst thing that someone can tell me is no. And it's like, yes, I may not look like the clean aesthetic girls on the internet, right on YouTube right now, or TikTok, like, the Aaliyahs and the Aaliyah J's, the Aaliyah Faces, the Kyras. But you know what? There's an audience and a community who loves, my content for me and who's been, this concealer, I need some more, girl. Anyways, who has been around since, the beginning of me. Well, not the beginning, because the beginning is cringy. But like, the last couple of years was my journey to trying to conceive Tasai. And, Tasai just turned 3. So those who've been here for, the start. So I've just been trying to, work through some of those things. And I feel like my husband was saying, I'm definitely not alone. As women or as people, we go through things where we sometimes often doubt ourselves in comparison. And comparison is definitely the thief of joy. And then also a lot of it is smoke. We see these people or these creators who you know, they don't show everything, and they have their journey of them, a journey for themselves that they have to go through to get to where they are. So, you know, maybe my journey doesn't look like whomever's, but that doesn't mean that my journey isn't important. And it doesn't mean that there's not a community of people out there who share certain similarities as me. You know, we watch content for different reasons, to escape reality. I know for me personally, when I'm looking at other content creators, some of it, you know, I vicariously live through them, you know, like as a mom, sometimes I'm wrapped up in motherhood and I like watching other mommy vloggers. And then sometimes I watch single women because I'm just like, you know, what it would be like to be their age and be able to do, you know, the things that they're doing or whatever. So I guess I'm just saying all that to say I'm excited for what's going on. I've already had a couple of brand offers. So your girl is excited about this year, and then just sharing my journey, sharing the family, and then just capturing life and sharing it, which is, you know, what I feel called to do. That's the thing that, like, with the imposter syndrome, feeling like, oh, am I supposed to do this? Am I good enough? But I feel like when God continuously puts something on your heart, there's a reason. And for me, I feel like I've done the 9 to 5. You know, you guys know that I finished, stop, Tamir. If you guys hear kids in the background, of course, I'm a mommy. But I've done the 9 to 5. I went to college. I got my degrees. I got my associates in social science, and then I got my bachelor's in communications. And the goal was to do like public relations and social media manager and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm my own, you know, client in a sense, you know? So I've learned, but I'm just like, you know, I don't really like clocking in for someone else, one, which is no shame in that. I just personally felt like when I was there, I didn't get to be as creative as I liked in the positions that I was doing, which kind of was weird considering that it was social media. But yeah, I want to be home with the kids, but I also, you know, want to bring in an income, and I also want to share with different brands. All right, so like I was saying, I've done the social media content for, you know, other companies, the clocking in and stuff. It just didn't work out for me. And as someone who wants to be a stay-at-home mom, I feel like this is the perfect career. Work from home, create content, organic, truthful, trustworthy content. And as long as I'm able to do that, I feel like I'm fulfilling my passion, my goal, which was hard for me because growing up, I was never one of those kids who were like, oh, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a doctor, which is no shade to anyone out there. I just knew that I always wanted to do something because I love speaking to people. I love talking. I used to get in trouble in class all the time. And my mom will tell you now, like, I had this teacher who would call her literally every day and be like, Benisha's talking in class and da-da-da. So I knew that, like, God was calling me to use my voice, just didn't know how. And I feel like I need to, like, it just was heavy on my heart. So my thing to you guys is, if you feel like there's something heavy on your heart that God is calling you guys to do, I'm not saying that you gotta, like, you know, quit your job or anything, but what I am saying is, where's mine? What I am saying is, you know, follow your passions, you know, your passions. And I remember, I think it was Steve Harvey. It was either Steve Harvey, and then I've also heard it from like college recruiters and stuff when I was in high school. Find something that you love, that you're good at. Figure out a way to get paid to do that, and you'll never work a day in your life. Now, of course, it's work. Let me tell you guys, this is not easy. Just dealing with some of the brands that I've already started working with, the contracts, learning the materials and what you have to do. Yes, on social media, it looks like you're just taking a photo. It looks like you're just recording a video, but let me tell you, there's so much more that goes into it. And it may not be physically, like, impossible, but as far as, like, it may not be physically impossible, but mentally it does take a lot to do it. So, yeah, and I just, you know, I posted something about it today. I see, baby. I posted something about it today, and it just feels good to actually just do it. You know, I'm tired of making excuses for myself. And it doesn't mean that every day is going to be easy. It doesn't mean that I may not fall off, but my goal is to continue to stay consistent, to provide quality, to be honest, be relatable and still be myself. You know what I mean? I don't want to get caught up in all the other jish. So anyways, that leads me to this TikTok discussion that I saw. And before we get into that, let me go ahead and line my eyes because I can't do it. If you guys have been here before, I've told you guys that I have dry skin. And I do want to look into the Fendi foundation. I've been seeing reviews about it. Fendi and the Makeup by Mario. But I don't know if it works for dry skin. So I got to do a little bit more research. But in the meantime, I'm still using my Maybelline Dewy Smooth Fit Me, the drugstore brand. Anyways, so if you guys are not on TikTok, I'll make sure to leave my socials on the thing. You won? Good job, man.
No, yeah.
Oh, he won?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There has been, hold on, give me 1 second. So, on TikTok, there has been this thing that went around, and my friend sent it to me. And it's so crazy because I had just saw it about the debate between a silky mom and a scrunchy mom. And I was like, what is this? Like, you know, what is this frivolous going on? But anyways, so basically, I don't know. I feel like it's a way to separate us, but let me tell you guys what it means. So a silky mom is a mom who pretty much goes with the flow of life, a mom who's vaccinating her children, a mom who may let her kids eat unhealthy snacks, a mommy who may not wash all of the clothes before the kids wear them, like brand new clothes, but may just like, you know, improvise when need be, a mommy who what else was it? Who doesn't maybe use like clothing diapers, who uses regular disposable diapers, versus a scrunchy mom who's more like organic, who makes food from scratch, who may not vaccinate, who may homeschool, and things of that nature. So for me, I feel like I am both a crunchy and a silk mommy. I knew that before becoming a parent that I wanted to breastfeed. So without a doubt, it was important to me to provide those nutrients to my child through the breast milk. Now, I understand that, you know, there's no one method that is better than the other. Feed is definitely best. I know that a lot of doctors and a lot of social media has pressured women into feeling like they have to breastfeed. So if you can't, ooh, that was a lot, child. Ooh, that was a lot. So if you can't breastfeed, I definitely understand. And even if you don't want to, I think I knew that, you know, that's what I wanted to do. However, no one expressed the struggle that it takes to breastfeed. It's a lot mentally, it's a lot physically. And to be honest, with all 3 of the kids, at one point I was like, ooh, child, I don't know about this. I somehow, through the grace of God, prayer, patience, and whatever have you, just, you know, I kept breastfeeding all 3 kids. But also on the flip side, I would like for the kids, if I could homeschool, I would like to, especially like for safety and, you know, just because sometimes the the public school system isn't the greatest, you know, to me. But also at the same time, I feel like it is important for us as the parents to advocate for our kids. As you guys know, Tamir has a bit of a speech delay, so he gets speech through the school. So yeah, but I just felt like it was very interesting to see people's opinions. I feel like when it comes to motherhood, to parenthood in general, there's a lot of different, I feel like in every part of parenting, it's so hard and so stressful. Well, not stressful, but you're making a lot of decisions, you know? Trying to do what's best for your children, knowing that your children aren't you, and, you know, just trying to, okay, give me 1 second, please. Trying to balance everything, kind of like I'm trying to balance here. But, you know, this is real life, and sometimes you may make the best decision for your kid, and sometimes, you know, you have to, you know, recalculate the decision that you're making. But I think the important thing to remember is that, you know, we're doing the best that we can. And whether you fit in this category or that category or somewhere in between doesn't mean that you're a bad mom. We're all learning at the end of the day. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about balancing and how I'm dealing with becoming a mom of 3. So I decided not to share this journey because of gender disappointment. I knew that everyone was rooting for us to have another girl, which I wanted another daughter. Not another daughter, but I wanted a daughter as well. And I just didn't want to hear the negative comments that people leave. And I don't believe that people mean to be insensitive, but at the end of the day, like, I am a real person, and yes, I desire to have a daughter, and so does Tayari. You know, we want to have that experience, but that wasn't what God wanted for us or had in store for us. So therefore, we have 3 boys. And I just was trying to figure out how to process that, you know? And the process for me, it was a lot because I was dealing with, not the first time, but the second time, I've been disappointed with the gender. Doesn't mean I don't love my child. Let me preference that. Does not mean I do not love my boys. I love my boys with all my heart, mind, body, and soul. There's also, with that being said, 2 things can be true at the same time. I also really wanted to have a daughter and experience that relationship, and I talked about that in another video. With not being able to have those experiences, it's kind of hard to go to social media where it's all over the place. And then I didn't want that constant reminder that, you know, we weren't able to, you know. And truth of the matter is, unless you have money for science, which sometimes science isn't even right. Truth of the matter is, you know, you can't control the sex that you get. It's what God gives you. You know, I have the X. What my husband has is the X and the Y. He sent Y's. So we have X and Y's. We have boys. You know, that's just how biology works. And, you know, it was hard because I had did the sneak peek. And like I said, there's a video on my channel where I kind of go more into detail. I had did the sneak peek blood test. And it originally said we were having a girl. And I decided, you know, I was going to share at 20 weeks with hey, stop, please. Don't do that. I was going to share at, unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So I just decided to keep the pregnancy personal to me. And I don't know if it was a good or a bad decision. I don't know if I could have, you know, got help through it. But it's what I decided to do. And now we are a family of 5. I don't know if we're going to have more children, whether we do or not. I'm definitely thankful for my 3 boys. I'm thankful for their, you know, their bond, that Tamir and Tasai love Taven. When I tell you they love him so much. And I just can't wait to see as he continues to get older and grow, you know, the relationship that they're going to continue to have. And my goal is to continue to instill to them the importance of brotherhood, the importance of, you know, siblings, and, you know, just continue to grow together. Tamir does ask me, like, you know, he does want a sister. And I feel like that's the most hurtful part, that I understand his feelings. And I have a sister. I have 3, actually. And I couldn't imagine my life without my sisters. And the fact that he may not ever get that experience with a sister, I just have to, you know, let him know that, you know, we're not in control, and just pray about it. And if God wants us to bless us with it one day, he will. And if not, he's still God. He's still good. And that's pretty much, you know. Okay, so this is the final look. This is the hair. You've seen this unit before. I'm going to wear it with my Michael Kors bag, the baby bag. I have my Truly Curvy green cardigan to match the green and the dunks. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have the Target Skims dupe leggings on, and then I just have a regular black, it's actually Taylor's, it's my husband's, his black, it's like a white beater, black tank top. Yeah, that's what it is. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.